Hi, I'm Justin Edwards, and I'm presenting the paper Bilingual by Default, Voice Assistance and the Role of Code Switching in Creating a Bilingual User Experience on behalf of my University College Dublin colleagues Helen Jihan, Yunhan Wu, Paula Pena, and Benjamin Cowan. Today, most of the world's population can speak more than one language. Current voice assistants are not designed for bilingual users, however, speaking only one language by default and lacking support for many languages, forcing many users to interact primarily in a language other than their native language. Yet, bilinguals don't engage in only one language when conversing with each other. For instance, both low and high proficiency bilinguals commonly change between languages while speaking, code switching, sometimes even within one utterance. As CUIs grow ever more popular, there is an opportunity for voice assistants to become sensitive to this fact, supporting bilingual interaction for users by default. Without a doubt, bilinguals are skilled linguistic multitaskers, and in some cognitive tasks, they outperform monolinguals. But speaking more than one language creates some difficulties for bilingual speakers, especially in their non-dominant or L2 language, including a more restricted vocabulary and lexical access disadvantages during language production. Because they have to control two languages at all times continuously, this continuous demand may induce weaker verbal skills for bilinguals in each of their two languages as compared to monolinguals in either of those languages. So how can we support bilingual users of voice assistants? By supporting code switching recognition. Code switching allows bilinguals to shuttle between two languages, speaking a combination like Spanglish or Franglais or Finglish. This voluntary use of language may be less effortful for speakers than confinement to one language. Bilingual speakers may face particular challenges in L2 voice assistant interaction, not because they don't know a particular word necessarily, but that they have a harder time retrieving that word to their lexicon due to infrequent use, especially if they're already distracted or tired or multitasking with something else. Supporting simultaneous recognition of multiple languages by the voice assistant would lead to easier and faster language production for bilingual speakers who experience retrieval difficulty or, due to a low degree of proficiency, face more effortful L2 production. Now, this may seem like a big ask technologically, but studies like one by An and colleagues at InterSpeech, as well as some other InterSpeech papers over the last couple of years, demonstrated its possibility both in text and voice-based chatbots. Bilingual participants in the An study reported higher user satisfaction and experienced greater conversational success when empowered to use code switching between their two languages. For some, code switching might be preferred to aid in the production of language. Others may also want their voice assistants to code switch in their speech output, making it easier to understand voice assistant speech output while making voice assistant interactions more akin to human-human bilingual interactions. We therefore propose that voice assistants should not only recognize code switching, but that they should also allow users to choose whether or not the interface will code switch when producing speech. Speech interfaces should optionally perform code switching or produce utterances monolingually based on the preferences of the user, while recognizing code-switched speech in all situations in order to support users with diverse code-switching preferences. As code-switching CUI technology matures, we propose that code-switching strategies could be accounted for by observing how and when users coordinate their code switching when interacting with an agent, thereby implementing linguistic alignment so that a voice assistant follows the lead of its user. Future voice assistants might be able to adapt dynamically, aligning with a user's code switching strategy as they occur. Just as bilingual speakers can both produce and understand simultaneous bilingual speech, we propose that speech interactions with voice assistants would be more natural and more efficient if voice assistants were capable of employing similar language skills. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments about this paper or about the future of bilingual voice assistant experiences, please get into contact with me or any of my co-authors right here.